We'll now look at percentages as some kind of a rate. Now, I don't know if you've heard the word rate, but if I were to blink my eyes like that, once, twice. I blinked my eyes twice. Now that's not me, but imagine that's me. I blinked my eyes twice. Now if I say I blink my eyes 2 times every second, that's a rate. That means every second I blink it 2 times. So in 2 seconds I'll blink it 4 times. In 3 seconds I'll blink it 6 times, and so on. So that's called a rate. So if you look at this information here, it says 7% of students in your school wear glasses. So imagine the 100 students. It means out of 100 students, 7 of them wear glasses. Now the 7 is in blue, so imagine all the blue ones are the ones wearing glasses, right? So there's one wearing glasses there, there's one there, and so on. So these are all the ones wearing glasses. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for every 100 students, there's 7 that wear glasses. That's what we are saying. So how many students wear glasses among 500 students? Now think about it. If for every 100 students you've got 7 wearing glasses, then for the second 100, 7, third 100, 7, fourth 100, 7, fifth 100, 7. So that's how many 7s altogether? Exactly, 35 students wear glasses out of 500 students. That's easy enough. It's not too complicated. We can say 7% of 500 students, notice 7% of 500 students wear glasses. We can write it like this: 7 out of 100 of 500 wear glasses. Of means to multiply. So, well, you know how to do that. 7 times 5 is 35. There you go. We get the same answer. Directly from the meaning of the sentence, 7% of 500, you know what it means now. Okay, so 35 students wear glasses if you have 500 students in your school. So when we say 7% of students in your school wear glasses, if there were 200 students, how many would wear glasses? If there were 100 students, 7 of them wear glasses. Now, if there were 200 students, that'd be 14, right? Absolutely. What if there were 300 students? Add 7 more. That's 21 students. What if there were 400 students? Add 7 more for every 100, so that's 28 students, and so on. So you get the idea. For 500 students, there'd be 35 students, like that. That's all 500 students there, and 35 of them wear glasses, shown right there. If I give you the information starting from the big picture that 35 students out of 500 wear glasses, then what's the basic percentage? That's how many would that be out of 100? So you go thinking about it backwards. Now let's work our way backwards. We reduce that, it comes back to 7 out of 100. So that's the basic percentages. So for every 100 students, 7 of them wear glasses. And that's basically what the rate is all about. 7%, or 7 out of each 100, is giving us a rate. Once you know the rate, you can work out how many that would be for 200, for 300, for 1,000, whatever. So you get the idea of a percentage as a rate. Think about it that way. You got rates in everyday life, like unemployment rate. That means, for every 100 people, how many are unemployed, who don't have work? Or growth rate. How much does the economy grow for every 100 units each year? Or birth rate. How many new children are born for every 100 persons every year? So it's all given in terms of percentage, and you'll understand this kind of information better as you go higher up the classes. But right now, just try to understand the rate is a way of communicating very, very important information that you hear all the time, all around you. So if its rate is 15%, suppose, of your monthly salary, 15% of your monthly salary is spent on food bills. So that's 100 parts. Your salary has been broken up into 100 equal parts, and 15 of them go towards food. But that's the rate at which you're spending your money on food. Now, if your salary was $3,000, so what exactly would be the amount of money you spent on food? How much do you spend? That's the rate. But what's the exact value? Exact amount of dollars you spend on food. How would you find that? Well, let's figure it out. That's the total amount of money that you have, or your salary, $3,000. Okay, we know that. And that's the amount spent on food. So 100%, which is the total amount, is the same as $3,000, right? That means all of this, which is 100%, 100 out of 100, is $3,000. That's your salary. That's your income. Now, if one of those parts, 1%, would be how much? If 100% is 3,000, then 1% would be obviously 3,000. You divide it by 100. All the 100 parts, and you'll get $30. That means each one of these parts are $30. And now you know that the amount you actually spent would be what? 15% would be, well, 15 times 30. And that's $450. That's how you figure out how much you'd spend on food. If you just use your common sense. You can also use straightforward percentage math for this. And one way to do it would be write down 15% of $3,000 is what you spent on food. Well, off means to multiply. 15% means 15 over 100. And now, if you just calculate this, which you know how to do, the last two zeros disappear. 15 times $30 is $450. Same amount as you got the last time. So you can do it directly using math, using your own common sense, if you understand the concept of percentage as a rate. There, you got that. Usually, if you go to a restaurant and order food, your bill will be $100 for the actual food you ate. You ate or ordered $100 worth of food, and then you have to pay a tip of 20% of this bill for $100. That means for $100, you pay $20 towards the tip. So you add that, because this guy gets $20 for serving you. So you add that to your bill, because that's what you need to pay. So that's another $20 you pay. And then you pay a tax of, say, $10. Add that to your bill. Altogether, you don't pay $100 just for your food. You actually end up paying $130. That's the total bill that you pay towards your food, not $100. So that's how we calculate the total bill if you know what percentage was spent on different aspects of the bill. So here's an example for you to take home. The cost of food is $120. That's what you pay towards just food. The sales tax, which is the tax you pay on it, is 8% of this amount. You also have to pay a tip of 10% of this amount. How much would you pay at the end? What would your final bill be? Well, look at it. Sales tax is 8% of this, so let's calculate 8% of 120. We'll also have to calculate 10% of 120. Let's do that. Of means to multiply, so that's multiply. 8%, you know that's 8 over 100. What is 8 divided by 100 in decimal? That's right, it's 0.08, so why not write just 0.08 over here? And then if we multiply these two, $120 times 0.08, the answer is $9.60. So we know what the sales tax is. You have to pay another $9.60 towards sales tax. The tip, you can work it out. What do you think the tip is? 10%, which means 10 over 100, times 120. Well, the last zeros here disappear. This zero and this zero disappears. Basically, it's 1 times 12, which is $12. There you have it. You have all the information you want. The cost of food was $120. Add $9.60 of sales tax. Add the tip. You paid tip of $12 to the waiter. Add them up. And you get your total bill of $141.60. That's what comes out of your pocket after you get up from the table and leave the restaurant. Not just $120. So that's what percentage is all about, how to calculate percentages. And we'll stop it right here for now, and we'll continue with percentages in the next bit when we learn more about it. In the meantime, see if you can practice more problems from your workbooks or from your textbook. Until then, take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.